Namaste to all. Today morning I was going through Kathopanishad from this book Ekadasho Upanishad, which I introduced in one of my videos on what books I read. And I have a little bit of a random way of reading books. Today I read Upanishad, tomorrow I will read Yoga Darshan, someday I will read Bhagavad Gita by my Acharya, someday I will read some other book by some Arya Samaj Acharya, someday I will read Satyartha Prakash. Like that, I try to read different subjects on a daily basis so that the interest, because this subject is very sukshma subject. The subject of Vedas is not stool subject, it is sukshma, Brahma Vidya, Brahmanyan. So you must use both reading as well as you must use the technique of listening from Acharyas. So I listen from my Acharya maybe once a week or twice a week. I listen the Veda mantras from Acharya and I try to do Swadhyaya over the week, over the weekend, and during the daytime, during the weekdays also, so that I try to gain little by little knowledge, and I try to share with you in the video, because the main purpose is I get also revision. When I share something with you, I get revision. But please do not ever consider me as Guruji. Like many people by mistake they write to me Swamiji, Guruji, like that they write to me, and this is not right. I am not Guruji, I am not Swamiji. I am a normal person. In fact, the shloka is also the same. The shloka what I was reading is also related to that only. I want to make a video on that. And this shloka speaks about a very beautiful chemistry between the Acharya and the disciple also. When Nachiketa, he asks a question about Brahma Vidya, Amacharya does not want to answer him. Amacharya will say that I cannot answer you these questions. Don't ask me these questions. Yes, I have agreed to give you a boon. So ask me anything. Ask me money. How much soever money you want, ask me. How much soever lifetime you want, ask me. I am ready to give you. I can make you the king of this world, but don't ask me these questions. Then finally, Amacharya has to bow down to Nachiketa, because Nachiketa is a true Jigyasu. Bow down in the sense, Amacharya will have to tell the secret to Nachiketa. So the chemistry between the Acharya and disciple is beautiful. And my Acharya always says, you can make the Acharya truly happy by only two things. Nishkam Seva. Nishkam Bhavana se Seva. Without expecting anything in return from Acharya, doing Seva to Acharya. And second one is implementing the knowledge given by Acharya in the life. If you do these two things, the Acharya will become happy. So Yamacharya becomes extremely happy by seeing Nachiketa's Jigyasu. He is such a Jigyasu. In fact, he mentions in one of the shloka that there is no one like you, Nachiketa. I have not seen anybody like you. So this is a very big comment by Amacharya to Nachiketa. So we must all try to become a Nachiketa in the eyes of our Acharya, not by acting, not by doing drama. Because I have seen in my life that people try to pose good in front of Acharya. This is not right. You can tend to pose good in front of Acharya, and Acharya also might give you Ashirvad blessings, but end of the day, you must understand, Acharya is a yogi. He will know everything, but he will be silent. And also, Almighty God, Paramatma is omnipresent. We cannot cheat Paramatma. So we must try to become true disciples to our Acharyas. This is very important. So, see, Yamacharya says in the second chapter, 8th shloka, the akshar is very small. He says, Na narena varena प्रोक्त येष सुविज्ञेयो बहुधा चिन्त्यमानः अनन्य प्रोक्ते गतिरत्र नास्ति अणियान हि अतर्कम अनुप्रमाणात्. This knowledge what I am going to share to you, Nachiketa, is a very suksham knowledge. Aniyan, Anupraman. Anu means we can say atom. This knowledge is more suksham than atom. Does not mean in size. The knowledge is so suksham, like when in the material world we say what is the most suksham is atom or electron, proton, like that we say. But this knowledge, what I am going to tell you, is more suksham than this. Means it's more difficult to grasp it and understand it, and it cannot be grasped and understood by na narena avarena. Avarena means tuch buddhiwala. Anda guru. A guru, a acharya who calls himself as acharya but does not have good conduct, number one, does not follow Vedic dharma in his life, does not do daily tapasya, have not realized Almighty God, but he claims himself to be a guru. He is a tuch buddhiwala. Tuch. God does not accept those people like as guru. So Yamacharya says, na narena avarena. Na narena. Narena means manushyon ke dwara. God does not give knowledge. Please understand. God cannot speak. God gives knowledge inside the samadhi. When a rishi, when a yogi attains samadhi, God gives knowledge inside, not externally. Externally, we must have a guru. So, na narena. Narena means manushya. If you do not have a human being, if you do not have an acharya in the form of human being, you cannot get knowledge. So, you need an acharya. This is what Yamacharya says. And also that acharya should not be avarena, should not be tuch buddhiwala, or sadharan guru. Sadharan guru means you can open YouTube and see hundreds and thousands of gurus are there. They speak about Gita, they speak about Brahma Sutra, they speak about Sankhya Darshanam, Yoga Darshanam, Patanjal Ashtanga Yoga Abhyas. They speak about these kind of subjects. But end of the day, they will say, there is a Google form in the link, go and fill it and come to my class, I will teach you. What is the purpose? Earning money. And some people will say, please, in the description there is a Paytm number, please send me money. I am suffering, I am making videos, but if you contribute me, I will make more videos. Business, And people say, I have seen many videos, people say that, if you get this knowledge free of cost, you will not get real knowledge, so we have to pay money. You have to pay money to whom? To such an acharya who is a sannyasi, who is a brahman by tapasya, who is a yogi. For them, you go to him and pay money without even being asked. But for other people, they are tuch buddhiwala. Please understand that. You must understand the difference between a true guru and a false guru. Without having knowledge of Vedas, people speak about Bhagavad Gita, they speak about Upanishad, they speak about Brahma Sutra, they speak about Sankhya Darshana, etc. So this is very, very important. That's what here the Acharya says, Yamacharya says, if you don't listen the knowledge from a guru, you will not understand anything. But if you listen it from tuch buddhiwala, then also you cannot understand this knowledge. So the only option is you must listen this knowledge from such a person who is a real acharya, who has attained samadhi, attained moksha. So, yesha suvijñeyo. Yesha means this. Yesha, it is coming from the previous reference. This knowledge is suvijñeyo. This is the knowledge which has to be known by everybody. This is Brahma Vidya. But this cannot be known by Bahuda Chintamanaha. Even by Manan Chintan. Like many people come to my channel, sir, which book I should buy? Okay, I will buy the Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati Ved Bhashya. Is it okay? Can I read that? If you read Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati's Ved Bhashya and do Manan Chintan by yourself, you will not understand ABC of Vedas. You will not be able to take the extract what Vedas is coming to say. Why? I mean, what is the knowledge in the Vedas? I have, I think, 24 volumes of English Vedas by Arya Samaj publication. 24 or 30 volumes I have in my house. I have read many mantras in that. You cannot understand anything. What this mantra is telling, no. You must go to Acharya to listen that meaning. Then go and read. You might probably understand. But then also the English language is so poor, you will not be able to grasp it. But after listening the mantra from Acharya, if you go and read Maharishi's Sanskrit Bhashya, you will understand. This is for sure, guaranteed. So first thing is, don't do your own Manan Chintan. You cannot understand Brahma Vidya. You can understand science by own Manan Chintan. Even that is difficult. Even if you are for example, a person is studying BSc chemistry. I joined BSc chemistry before engineering for some time. I was studying in Vivekananda College in Chennai. You read the book by your own, you will not understand. You need a professor to teach you. Then you read it, you will understand. Even for Bhautikvad and for Brahma Vidya, definitely Acharya is needed. Why? Because Acharya says, Aniyan, it is so Sukshma Gyan. You cannot understand by your own. So never do Chintan by your own, because when you do Chintan by your own, you will be misguided by your mind. You are not a tapasvi. We are not tapasvis. Only very few people, very few people, because of their intense tapasya from the previous janmas, they sometimes do Chintan and they immediately find out, ये संसार नश्वर है, ये संसार अनित्य है, ये संसार मुझे नहीं चाहिए. This kind of vairagya only very few people, 1 in billion will have in this world. Rest of all of us, we are indulged in this sansar. Why? Because we cannot do that much Chintan Manan. We can do Chintan Manan in science, in technology, in mobile phone, in software programming, in automobile, in any field of Bhautikvad we can do Chintan Manan and fastly grow. Like 3 or 4 year old child is operating mobile phone like I operate. 5 years child na, fat he does everything. He knows where to go. He will teach me. But in Brahma Vidya he cannot. Brahma Vidya needs a teacher. That's what Acharya says. Ananya prokte gatiratra nasti. Ananya prokte. Anyon ke dwara bhi. Anya means normal insan. Either it is one person or second person. Normal insan, if they speak about this knowledge, gatiratra nasti. You cannot advance. Gati nahi hota is atra in this knowledge. So the only solution is you must listen this knowledge from person like me, Nachiketa. You have come to the right place. So what is the message here? See the comprehension or the summary given by Acharya to Shishya. Go to that Acharya who has done tapasya, who is a tapasvi, who is a sannyasi, or who is in grahastha also is okay. But he is a tapasvi. We know by his talks, we know by his daily activities, we know that this person is a tapasvi, Medhavi. So we need association with this Acharya. But if you go to other people, they will come out and speak, but inside their house they are a different person. They come out and speak to say that okay, this is a 45 minutes video I have seen in YouTube. I don't want to name. I was astonished. Arya Samaj Acharya, astonished. He speaks well, but he has blocked his channel saying that you have to become member to open this. And membership, you need to pay money. However small it is. Demanding money for Ved Prachar is the biggest sin. Don't demand money. My Acharya always says, ये विद्या जिज्ञासु को दी जाती है. The only demand from an Acharya is a जिज्ञासु. Otherwise it is free of cost. And as a disciple, our kartavya is to serve Acharya. If I have money, I have to pay donation to my Acharya as per my wish. Acharya will never demand money from any of his disciples. This is all Vedic dharma. So that's what here Acharya says. Gatiratra nasti अणियान. अणु से भी बहुत सूक्ष्म है. अणियान बहुत ज़्यादा सूक्ष्म ज्ञान है ये. So Nachiketa, you have come to the right place. And I was not ready to give you knowledge, but you have turned out to be a very good disciple. And he says in the next shloka, Naisha Tarkena. In the previous shloka he uses the word Ananya Prokte Gatiratra Nasti. He uses the word Atarkayam. Tark se bhi, even by your own logics you cannot understand this. Tark karo, kuch kalpana karo, you imagine something, you do something. You have listened to some Shankaracharya says that ye sare Brahma hai. Shankaracharya says everything is Brahma. Not, I don't know about the Puri, but the Shankaracharya in the south, I have listened to his pravachans many times in Tamil, in Kannada and Tamil. He says, ye sare Parabrahma hai. You are Parabrahma. I am Parabrahma. Everything is Parabrahma. So the disciples are, disciples are doing, oh, what a knowledge. So they will do Kalpana that everything is Parabrahma. So the Acharya says everything is Parabrahma, the disciples believe it, which is totally against Vedas. So then the disciple will do Kalpana. He will do some other own Tark Vitark. He will start writing. The disciple also will try to follow the same logic without rechecking whether is it really written in Vedas, in Upanishads like that or not. So this we must understand. So Yamacharya says in the next shloka, Naisha Tarkena Matirapaneya Proktan Anyer Naiva Sujanaya Spreshta. He is calling Nachiketa as Spreshta. Bahut priya tum. You are my closest Nachiketa. Naisha Tarkena. Isko, the knowledge what I am going to give to you, Naisha Tarkena. Don't, by Tark, by Kalpana, by your own logic, don't go away from this knowledge. You cannot arrive at a conclusion by your own knowledge, own imagination. You must need a guidance from a person like me who knows this Brahma Vidya. So Naisha Tarkena, never leave this knowledge by a mati. तुम्हारा बुद्धि से इससे अलग मत हो जाना. तुम्हारा बुद्धि अभी जिज्ञासु है, पर you are not a realized तत्वज्ञानी. So don't use your buddhi. Use your buddhi after listening the knowledge. This is the important lesson. And he says, you are my preshta. You are my so priya, ati priya Nachiketa, because you are jigyasu. See, an Acharya needs only jigyasu. An Acharya needs only sevak. Acharya does not need pomp and show. Acharya does not need any other person who wants to show off. Acharya really wants only jigyasu, because Acharya has got so much of knowledge. Brim, he is filled to the brim. He is overflowing with knowledge. And he wants to give that knowledge to true people who are patra, who can receive his knowledge. So that's what he calls Nachiketa by Preshta. Preshta means Ati Priya tum mujhe. Satya Dhritihi. Sache Sthir Dhairya. You have Sthir Dhairya. You are Dhairyashali. You have not got Chanchalata. When I asked you that do you need money, do you need women, you need anything, you were in your own Satya Dhriti. You did not go into Chanchalata at all. I saw your Jigyasu. So you have become my most favorite. And also he says that Nishchayi Twadruk Nah Bhuyat Nachiketah Prishta. There is no one like you at this moment. To my knowledge, there is no one like you, Nachiketa. And no other guru also can teach you, because I am the Brahmanyani here, and no other Sishya also exists here. Ananya. There is nobody else like you. There is actually, he also means that there is nobody else like me also at this moment. So you are the Patra, I am the one who is going to give you knowledge. So the Rishi is coming to a conclusion that, हे नचिकेता, हमारे लिए तो कोई पूछने वाला हो, जिज्ञासु हो तो तेरे जैसा हो. If there is any disciple for me, हमारे लिए. In fact, Amacharya is speaking this knowledge on behalf of all the gurus. So Amacharya says, hey Nachiketa, for a person like me, for an Acharya like me, I just need a disciple like you, Nachiketa. I don't need anybody else. So we must understand, if you have a Acharya in your life, you must understand only one thing. Number one, don't try to impress your Acharya by any other means. Impress your Acharya by your tapasya. You don't need to impress also. He will be impressed automatically. When you do tapasya, when we do tapasya, when I do tapasya, my Acharya will get impressed. I don't need to even tell to my Acharya that you are great, I am doing this, etc. You don't need to tell to your Acharya. Acharya will understand by seeing your jigyasu. Acharya will understand by seeing your intentions. Acharya will understand by seeing your seva. There are many instances I have seen in my life also. Acharya, some disciples does not even speak to Acharya, but Acharya knows he is a Sacha Sevak, he is a Sacha Tapasvi, like that. Acharya knows. I have seen in my, in my Acharya's case. So, We must try to do tapasya. We must try to do seva. We must try to do chintan manan after listening from Acharya. We must never try to apply false logics to go away out of this marg. Many people have this bad habit. They challenge me. Niyog. Ishwar ne niyog क्यों बनाया? ये क्यों बनाया? Ishwar. If Ishwar is there, then he would have not spoke about niyog in Vedas. I always ask this question to them that are you a brahmachari? Are you a grahastha first of all? If yes, then are you a brahmachari and grahastha? If no, how dare you have any guts to speak about niyoga, about challenging Almighty God? Why are you challenging Almighty God without you following brahmacharya and grahastha? If you are following brahmacharya and grahastha, God will make you understand about niyoga. Niyoga is not a chapter to explain in videos. In fact, Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati tried his best in Satyartha Prakash, but still, to be honest, it is not fully satisfactory because maybe he did not have time to write full. And my Acharya always says, Niyoga subject cannot be discussed in public, it has to be discussed in person, between Acharya and the person who is going to do Niyoga and the family involved only. And today's situation, Niyoga is impossible because neither the male is brahmachari nor the female is brahmacharini. So that's what I'm saying. Don't apply your own tarak vitark in this knowledge. Be submissive to Acharya. Be submissive to Almighty God. Almighty God is the owner of this place, the entire universe. We cannot challenge him. And his Vedas are ultimate knowledge. Each and every word, every mantra in the Vedas will take us towards samadhi, will take us towards dukkha nivritti only. That's the purpose of giving, Almighty God giving this knowledge. So we must not challenge Acharya and Vedas always. We can ask questions, but if you are asking a question on Niyoga or any other subject and you are not getting proper response from Acharya, understand you are not yet eligible. But one day Acharya will explain to you if you become eligible and jigyasu. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.